One final series here in Group G to determine who moves on to the round of 16. Golden's already done it, and I'm pretty sure we can look at the brackets now to confirm everything that has happened today.
Yes, we can. Let's take a look at the bracket and look at the second game of the evening. Dayshi versus Nerchio. God, all right, it's the rematch time. I forgot. My brain was frizzled.
It's all right, man. Don't worry about
Golden
it.
first place. And now we get to have Nerchio versus Dayshi. I say Dayshi's the favored player here after his performances today, but Nerchio's never lost in this decider match.
Uh-oh.
Will he lose for the first time? It'd be the 4th time he's played in a decider. Does he lose here, or does he win?
Ah, that's a good question. What does he do in terms of styles, especially as well, considering his melee style didn't really have that much success against Dayshi in the first series?
Yeah, so that is going to be our next game, Nerchio versus Dayshi, the final game of the evening, and here they are, their beautiful faces on our screen. Dayshi and Nerchio, not the highest of ranked players, of course. These players aren't really in the running for BlizzCon Top 16. It's narrowed down with only a couple of tournaments left. There's only a few people left in the running. So as they sit 55 and 61, it's more about getting into the round of 16. Can Dayshi do it for the 2nd time ever? Can Nerchio do it for the 3rd or 4th time in a row now? It'd be very good for Nerchio to do that. It'd be very good for Dayshi to get in as well. But which player is actually going to make it? Which player is going to come to Cologne, Germany to play live here in the ESL studios in 2 weeks' time-ish?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks' time to play the round of 16. And, of course, we do have our final day next Tuesday, which will determine the last 2 remaining players. But as you said, the winner of this will be the 14th, will be number 14. We can brand him number 14.
Give him a little tattoo.
Give him a tattoo of 14. The 14th player to make it to the top 16, to make it to the round of 16. But really, which one is it going to be? And to be honest, I don't know. I would, like I said, I'd lean towards Dayshi because he's played better games today. But Nerchio is definitely more than capable to win.
Yes, he is, especially if he does mix things up. But I have to favor Dayshi as well during all of this. He's shown good play, strong play. Just got kind of a little bit exploited there in that last game. Could have gone a different way if he hadn't. But anyway, let's get into it as we get into game number 1 of our final series of the night. Up to the top left-hand corner, it's our red Zerg. It is Ace and Nerchio. And down to the bottom right, it's our blue Terran. It is Millennium Dayshi.
So the playstyles we've seen from both players today, Nerchio's played very normal in the early game. 2-3 bases, mostly staying on 2 for a little bit longer than he had done, taking a fast 3rd. Into a weird mid-game, or not weird, should I say, different mid-games is the correct way to say this. Roach Baneling, Ling Baneling, Ling Infester, like different types, then eventually heading up towards Ultralisk. And he hasn't used Mutalisk. I think he used him once, but not really to a large extent. Whereas Dayshi has pretty much played, apart from one game on King Sejong Station, very standardized openings, very normal Terran play. He's fallen behind because of a couple of different reasons, but then has dragged it on to find chances in the later game. But does that mean that we're just going to see 3 long games because both players have opened up so similarly in terms of non-aggressive openers?
I think Dayshi's probably very confident in his long game. I mean, look what he's already doing. He's going command center first by the looks of things. So I think he's very confident in his longer game, especially after playing that first series against Nerchio. But then on the other side of things, what does Nerchio do is the big question, because I don't think Nerchio's style early on was really working against what Dayshi was bringing to the table.
Yeah. I think that both players need to take calculated risks, whether it be aggression or none. I mean, they've both opened up. They've only played Terran versus Zerg all day.
Yeah.
They're both very open to what they've been using, so both players can exploit that a little bit more. For example, Command Center first here usually open up Reaper because you got good scouting information to see if the opponent's being aggressive. Well, what happens if he's not being aggressive? Usually open up Reaper to defend against early spawning pools, but what happens if they're not opening up early spawning pools? So 2 things there, which Nerchio hasn't done. So Dayshi's able to go for Command Center first, no problem here. And we'll see if there's going to be any more adaptations or not from Nerchio or Dayshi.
Just finishing up that gas now and looking good to go in the second for Reaper once that barracks finishes up. But the SCV was already on the way over there. So maybe he'll try and bunker again. He could just go straight up to the high ground and try that. But there is an Overlord there already to be able to spot
only
it.
just finishing, though. It'd take forever to get a Marine over. I think
well, the Reaper over. But yeah.
Yeah,
it would take a while. You're right.
Yeah.
So little bit difficult. Little bit difficult. No, you're right, especially considering the command center first. That's actually a really good point that you bring up.
But yeah, I mean, he could have tried it, but it's a little bit more risky, I think.
Ambitious is the word.
All right, so bunker's coming down nice and early here. The spawn pool is finished, and he's on a marine. And a second one being built, so he's got to be careful not to get overrun from Ling. So bunker's coming down safe. I wonder if he goes 3cc here. I think he will. I mean, he opened up command center first earlier on Nimbus, I think, and went 3cc. So why not here?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Should be able to get away with it. This Overlord has a little bit of a look and sees this bunker going down at the front, and also sees the extent to which this command center is finished. So all is fine. It's going to be the factory behind all of this.
I had cramp. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
I had cramp in my finger, and it was really bad.
Okay. I've never had cramp in my finger, I must say.
It was. I was doing a weird movement with my arm like this, and then all of a sudden I got cramp through my arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had cramp in your jaw?
Yes.
That sucks. That's not fun.
Yeah, I have a cramp in my jaw.
Yeah, that's not fun at all.
Cramp is a sign of dehydration.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You have to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I got cramp in my leg a lot, I guess, so I'm not hydrated enough. No, there you go.
Yeah, cramp is hydration.
Need to drink more water. All right.
Staying hydrated is one of the most important parts
Yeah.
of being a human.
It's pretty... Yeah, I guess so.
Life lessons from Apollo.
We've been full of those today, actually. Full of them.
So, 3cc, then into the starport and second gas here. This is... Dayshi used this on... a variation of this on merry-go-round earlier. But it is going to be spotted, by the way, by Nerchio. It's a good scout.
What did he see, sorry?
Saw the starport and potential Banshee and Cloak.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice start for him, at least.
Yep. And Nerchio is tucking himself on 2 bases, so this is going to be a lot easier to defend than being spread across 3.
Yeah, he's still playing that very, very similar style to last game, or last series even, I should say, with the Spine Crawler being added on, double evolution chambers.
But it's not a Banshee. It's a Viking.
Ooh.
Maybe he did that because the Overlord did move in. He switched up.
Yeah. he did see the Overlord, right? So he knew that it was there, and at least he gets the full denial on that and then can go elsewhere. He knows that there's probably one at the natural as well because of the positioning of just above there and the time it comes in. So he hasn't seen it leave, at least.
Interesting. Nerchio thinks this is a tank drop again.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
so he broke down
thinks.
the rocks really quick?
He broke down the rocks, but he was going to build a spine there, and it didn't make any sense to me. And now he's built like 100 lings without getting the evolution chambers running. I really think he thinks this is a tank drop because he scouted the starport but not the tech lab in the second gas. He built a spine in that location. He broke down the rocks. He built 100 lings.
So he was a bit scared.
He was very scared of the same tank drop. But it's not. That was... Wow.
And now what are these lings really going to do?
Nothing. There, he's heard his income a lot.
Well, if it gets thrown on the Hellions, he's actually going to go completely around the Hellions.
Yeah, but there's a wall.
Yeah.
With no units behind the wall.
There's
That's
no
bad
units
because
behind the
they're in the
wall.
medevac.
Everything's
But
in
there
the
is a... Oh, he didn't
medevac.
even bother to go up to check.
No.
He was like, there's a wall, can't go.
This is weird. Huh?
And now he's going to get dropped with his lings on the other side of the map. This has gone from really good because he's got a lot of units to defend against anything to then being on the other side of the map to not having any units.
Yeah, he could lose quite a few workers here. He's already lost 2. Are any more going to fall? Very, very close. 3, 4. So that's already a very nice start. And the Hellions are going to try and go elsewhere.
Yeah,
So
that
what's
kind of...
going on?
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there for Nerchio. He had everything there, but not there.
Yeah. Oop. Lose some drones.
Yeah, 6 now total. 7 now total. He's going to lose the Hellions, but...
Wiggle, wiggle.
Whoa, how did he get away?
These lings are a sieve.
Okay, Nerchio's going around the other way. He's really annoyed at not getting those, obviously.
I'm so angry right now.
He's going to kill the lings, though.
He is going to kill a lot of lings, yeah. And then he can probably get... no, that's a good surround overall. But he did lose a lot.
For Dayshi, though.
Yeah, he lost a lot. He lost a lot.
The gas to mineral balance is completely off because of all those lings he built because he thought there was that drop coming.
He's been really aggressive with his creep spread down this left-hand side.
Yeah, it'll be where his 4th will go.
Yep, so which will be nice. Dayshi taking his 3rd, though. It's 57 workers to 66. It should have been a little bit higher for Nerchio. And Dayshi did a good job of actually saving this medevac. It was very, very low.
Yep. This is a good start for Dayshi for sure. There's a couple of mind games that were being played, kinda, but it was Nerchio that played himself more so than the other way around. A lot of Marines and units inside the main base for Dayshi. Okay, he's changing their mind. So a pretty standard game from both. Kinda standard, of course, a couple of deviations, which have led to where we are now. But I do prefer Dayshi's position because of the way that Nerchio's a little bit slow on getting that economy rolling.
Yeah, this is a strong little force here from Dayshi, as 30 Marines with those Hellions as well that he has, just a few of them. Now transformed into Hellbats. And how many Banelings does he actually have? 10 morphing in.
All right, first push.
Let's see if he can deal with it.
Because if those Banelings down.
There's no centrifugal hooks. If he focuses these Banelings, which the Banelings have just not done enough.
I mean, look at that. That is so bad.
Yes.
This stems again. I mean, when you played StarCraft at this type of level, and maybe some people that don't quite play as much may not understand, something so small like that tank in the early game, last game, the buncherlings that made this game, something like that were built when they shouldn't have been built, can cost you a game sometimes if the opponent capitalizes on it.
It comes back to haunt him in a later series, and that's exactly what's happening here. Although that being said, those Banelings didn't do too bad themselves there, but he lost the fort.
Yeah, Dayshi's just way putting everything over. He knows his opponent's hurt now.
Yeah. Picks up and gets out of there for a second.
He can't kill him quite, but by killing the fourth here, he's got a supply advantage. He's building his own fourth. He's got his economy and production rolling himself.
And how does he deal with follow-up attacks?
Yeah, it's going to be quite hurt here. And when you don't have the fourth in, you just don't have the money. And look, the gas and mineral balance is still off for Nerchio. 800 to 200.
Yeah, very much so. He needs some way to kind of fight his way back in. He's only got 7 Banelings. The 9 Mutalisks are going to try and be the linchpin of, I don't know, maybe try and find some harassment path. I suppose these Lings will buy him some time at the third base, but there's even a bunker with supply depots around it, so they're not going to do a whole lot.
3 Marines, Stim going to clear that out quite easily.
Yeah.
So creep spread's been cleared up on the left-hand side. Future attacks will be easy there. Now Dayshi's going to take it to the right.
The army's very, very strong. Very strong indeed. Nerchio actually can't really engage a whole lot well, unless he gets a good wraparound with Banelings.
Yeah, that's what he needs. He's got 2 torque grades over 1-1, though. That will help out in the next fight. And he is trying to get his fourth up and running.
3 Lings in the middle of the map die off.
This is going to be a great position to fight for Dayshi. No creep spread, really. He can put units on the high ground just right to his army and then have them fire down.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult here. The Banelings now move forwards, and a lot of them die off before they even get to Marines. There were 4 Hellbats in the middle of that army that were really soaking it up.
Yeah, great fight there again. And it's really funny because the Hellbats are so good because they deal the splash damage onto all the Banelings, so they're at half health, and then the Marines can gun them down before they get close.
Yeah, and Hellbats actually tank surprisingly good amount of Banelings during all of this. So very difficult for them to break
hits
through.
Too.
Yeah. So anyway, Blue Flame's being added on here for Dayshi. Missile turret should be able to hold this back. It needs the reinforcing Marines, so that will push it away. But overall, Nerchio needs to keep the fight on his opponent's side of the map. Somehow.
And the rock's going down. Can open up counterattacks. But now with 2-2 done and the fourth base being up for Dayshi, this is good now because he's going to be able to keep his mineral income super high. And we will see more pushes to that fourth base of Nerchio, which still has not been mined from. So he is starving when it comes to Mutalisk count and Bailing together as one. He hasn't really lost too much in the last little bit, so they are quite high at the moment. And remember, he did have that huge gas bank too. 35 Bailings, 17 Mutalisks. Decent, for sure. Where are you going, Dayshi? Nerchio's expecting you to come to the right, but you're going to the left here.
Yeah, I guess cleaning all that creep up earlier on.
Nerchio does not want to fight off creep here, to be honest.
No, not at all. Those Banelings are in a really, really vulnerable spot. He comes back. He does not want to be taking the engagement.
Yeah, that could have been terrible news for Nerchio.
I guess he just wants to clean up his 5th base location at least.
So at this point, I think one of the best ways to engage his deterrent is to load up 1 or 2 medivacs and go one way, really out on the outskirts, and then everything the other way. 1 medivac of 8 Marines to the main base, and then everything to the right here, I think is going to be nice to split Nerchio's attention up. Yeah, it really does split that focus, you're right. And then even if he doesn't deal with the drop, you're taking a little bit of damage over there while still pushing on at the front, and the Terran army can deal with these bigger armies if he can splits right and controls right. Boy, those Lings got brutalized.
That is not good. He's trying to replenish now. 24 more on the way.
Nerchio's looking to come from the left. He's got a lot of units on that high ground.
Very, very strong force here. Widowmine's burrow as well forwards during all of this.
Here we go.
And how are these banelings going to fare? On the left-hand side, trying to swing around onto the Marines, but the stimming back and control here, does he really eliminate enough? I don't think so, because the bio keeps on pounding forwards.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight there by Dayshi. Pretty good for Nerchio as well, but these new banelings getting morphed in at everything. They have to get into the fight. They need to connect.
There's only 5. He needs more. He needs more units to be able to hold back this bio force. There's not exactly a super aggressive rally forwards here, but if he focuses down these banelings and dances away from them, then he's going to be fine. They don't really do massive amounts. The Marauders at the front will die off, and he evacuates out with his medevacs. But again, it's trade for trade in Daishi's favor.
Interesting Swarm Host upgrade coming in enduring Locust. I'm not sure if you'll be able to use Swarm Host this game, but we'll see if they do come into play. But Daishi's going to regroup, go again.
I think this is Nerchio's plan X of
7
plans.
Swarm Hosts.
Have you ever seen Nerchio use Swarm Hosts?
Nope. Well, yes, actually, that's a lie.
Yeah.
What are the Mutalisks doing?
Where are they?
Dying.
Oh.
They flew right into the middle line.
Oh.
Wow, he lost about 6 there.
Well, if he can get up and running with Swarm Host Muter, it's kind of cool, but like I don't know how he's going to find the wiggle room to do so, right? These will hold on here, but if he now knows that they're there, he'll just go to another location and start pushing elsewhere. Well, poking forwards. I don't think he's revealed Swarm Host yet, actually.
No, I'm looking to see if this... Yeah, never mind. 2 mines, by the way, on that 5th base. If drones get transferred altogether, they will die.
Oh, jeez.
But good position here. So I talked about getting the high ground for Dayshi. Good for you, Sonny Jim. But are you going to beat the Swarm Host now? They are right in numbers. They are spread across a lot of areas. But the most important part here is just getting rid of that hatchery.
Yeah, scans them, sees them, knows exactly how quickly they're going to be in the battle. Kills off a few more orders at the front. Enduring Locust is finished up in just a second. That's really going to help these Locusts. But at the same time, it's so much bio.
Cannot lose the hatch, really.
Another drop into the natural, but the hatchery is almost under siege here. Banelings roll forwards, kill off a bit of that bio at the front.
Yeah, and with 3-3 done now, it's so much more difficult for Nerchio.
Yeah, there's still bio working at the hatchery. It's a small
and he's not
force
even
of bio.
mining from that.
It's very, very hard. And he's not even mining from the base over on the left-hand side. And even if he does, as you said, the Widow mines are there to be able to deny it. So this is getting a bit out of hand here for Nerchio.
And a 5th base is being mined by Dayshi as well, to the bottom left. Drones are... No, actually the Widow mines went off on something.
Eggs.
Yeah.
So,
but now Daishi's going to regather his forces. He's got starports coming in for potential... I think just Ravens, I guess, will bring in just for detection-wise. Hunter-Seeker missiles on the Swarm Host is a pain.
He doesn't have detection here. These 2 Widow mines. Are they actually... What are they going to do? Ooh.
Yeah, look, this is Daishi's game. I'm finding it difficult to see when Nerchio can get back into this. He's got no money, really. Look at his bank to the top right. Once this fight's over...
Those Mutalisks take a lot of damage on that push forwards. There was no Locust really to complement them, and even if there was, they would die off fast. Baneling's on the south position there, trying to deal with some of this bio, and eventually the bio's actually being pushed away by the look, but at the same time, he lost so many Mutalisks there, so many Banelings, just not enough to actually keep going.
And another drop with a lot of medevacs. 2 Marines, 10 Marines for 15 medevacs. Personal healer each.
Get out.
And it's all about just waypointing to this 5th base, or 4th base, should I say, on that side.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of Marines at that north that he's going to have to try and chase with Swarm Hosts.
Not easy. Not easy when you've lost all those Mutalisks to start dealing with drops. There you go. GG. Game number 1 goes to Dayshi. And right now, it's looking difficult for Nerchio up against our very, very strong Terran.
So Dayshi and Nerchio, they've played a lot in the past together. A lot. They traded blows left and right over the years. But 2 games really stood out the most. They played recently at Nation Wars.
Yep.
Dayshi won against Nerchio in front of the French crowd. But a bigger one was 2013 Season 1. They played there as well. They played twice in the same group. Dayshi won the first time they met, and then lost the last decider game, and that was one of the decider matches that Nerchio won. So, back then when Dayshi was struggling to even get into Premier, being the first Premier League, and he continued to struggle for a while to get in, Nerchio denied him his very first Premier League in 2013. And then, we fast forward to 2014, not Season 1, but Season 3. We have Nerchio, who's lost twice to this guy, or losing twice to this guy.
Yeah.
Lost versus him 0-2 earlier on, and is looking to lose another one here potentially.
It
and
really
it's a
shows
big change.
It shows the progression, really, overall, of how... I mean, Dayshi has always favored this matchup, right? Back then, Nerchio was Nerchio, very, very strong, top of the world, doing great and everything. But now, as StarCraft has gone on, Dayshi here, with this matchup, is looking really phenomenal. I mean, even against Golden, I think the series could have gone differently. Say if it was a best of 5 or something like that between Golden and Dayshi. I think that could have played out a whole lot more to the point where Dayshi could have even won.
Yep. Daishi's really powerful when he gets to the mid to late game as a Terran here. When he's able to get his production up, his economy rolling, he's very good at attacking and expanding. He's not a big, crazy drop player everywhere style like MMA. He's just very good at building that army, taking really, really good fights, and then always making sure to expand and clearing up the expansions, which is the most important part. Because it's easy to just build a command center and fly it there, but it's getting rid of the overlord. It's getting rid of the borrowed Zergling that's slowing you down. He's very good at doing all that. And he's able to maintain his income at a stable rate at all times throughout the game. From the 15-minute mark to the 30-minute mark, he's able to always expand and always keep that same level of production going, which is enabling him to power up that massive army that we see in the mid-game. And he's got all the right transitions, too. He knows when to build tanks. He knows when to build starports, apart from that Overgrowth game against Golden, but that was a different scenario. He's actually very, very, very good at this matchup.
All right, well, let's get into it then. Game number 2. This could be the last match of the night, as we have, spawning up to the top right, it's our blue Terran. Currently 1 game up, it's Millennium's Dayshi. And to the left-hand side, as our red Zerg, representing Team Acer, it is Nerchio.
Nerchio. So which player is going to be branded the 14th player into the round of 16 here in the World Championship Series Europe Premier League? As we do draw closer and closer to the end of Season 3 already, and closer to BlizzCon for the global finals, of course. And, I mean, technically, with a 2% chance, these players do have a chance.
Yeah.
But that would require a win in the Premier League and a win at the next couple of DreamHacks, which are the last 2 remaining point gatherers for the Europeans and North Americans.
Let's be honest, that's quite a long shot.
Yeah, that's why it's 2%.
Yeah.
It's very unlikely. But of course, it's just the excitement's really building up now. Getting into the round of 16, we're going to see players who are in contention for that top 16 spot, and some that aren't, like Snoot and so on, and see other people overtake him potentially. It's always exciting towards the end of the race, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was even last year as well, right? I mean, it all culminated in that Naniwa revival match.
Well, I mean, Naniwa did the impossible then too, remember?
Yeah, he did.
He had to go and finish high at New York in Touch 3 Masters.
Yeah, and then he got the final.
He got top 2, and that gave him enough points to push through. Because he did a similar thing to Snoot, where he lost in the first round in WCS round of 32.
Yeah, so anything's doable.
Bombed out, and it was, no, what are you doing? This is the place with the most points. And unfortunately, he got eliminated by Targa. I think broke his dreams, I think it was.
He was playing Void Ray style, and he went very heavy queens.
And unfortunately, Snoot got eliminated in the same position too. Not by the same person, but the same position.
Yeah. I think it was on Polar Night, that game, I recall. But the thing is now is about this season, more so than not, is that, yes, Snoot, he's in the top 16, right? And he has an opportunity if he continues to do well wherever he is and kind of retains points. But what's coming up that's so important is Kesper Cup. Kesper Cup with 1,500 points for first place is massive, absolutely massive, to actually contribute towards that, as well as these WCS seasons. So there's still going to be a lot of shake-up, I feel.
Yes, it's going to be cool to watch. Okay, so standard opening again here by Nerchio, and he's building 4 Zerglings in total. This is a command center first, which Nerchio has not spotted properly and doesn't know it's command center first hit, but will soon realize when the Reaper's not around. He has Overlords moving into position. And Dayshi, does he open up safe? This is a map where he got the tank early. Don't think he'll be doing that anymore. Both times, actually 3 times he's built a tank early today. Didn't help out very much.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That's true.
First time he built it was
The
here.
aggressive stance?
Was it the aggressive stance or here?
I think it was the aggressive stance.
Was it?
I'm not 100% sure on that, actually.
Either
You
way,
could be right.
Either way. You know, on the aggressive one, it didn't work for him. Here. No, it was this one because it was against Nerchio first. Right? And then he played Nerchio first today before he played Golden, which Golden defended the aggression.
Okay.
So he tried it here first, and the tank didn't really do much, but obviously the more tanks did more stuff for him later on. Then he tried the aggressive one against Golden, and that didn't work. And then he tried again versus Golden on Overgrowth, which didn't work as well. So the 3 times he built it, 3 times it didn't give him too much success. So I really don't think he's doing it again this game. He's got 3rd command center in nice and early. He's switching up for the barracks and stim.
Ooh,
Starport anyway. But this may be just the Banshee instead of the... Well, he got in the previous game, he got the Medivac from this position.
Yes.
You can do both, Medivac or Banshee.
What if he did go for drop play? And
well, what has he spotted in this game? Not a lot.
No.
It would be blind, so
it's a bit ambitious.
There's no way we can call it because there's no information to base it on.
Well, he's switching in with the Tech Lab anyway here, so it looks like Banshee will be on route.
Okie doke. Great overall spread from Nerchio to the north here. Going to be a big scouting position because dropping around onto the back of his 3rd here is going to be very frustrating if he doesn't have overlords in position. He's got an overlord on his opponent's potential 3rd on the right as well. And faster 3rd and double evolution chamber coming in from Nerchio. Very normal here. All timings. He's going for zergling speed. Gas is at 5 minutes. Zergling speed. Then mine enough gas to get the double evolution chamber upgrades at the same time here.
Looks like he's cutting a corner of not actually getting that spine in the middle, which he got that 3rd base a little bit quicker instead of that. So it's kind of a little bit of a shortcut here for Nerchio. I think he probably feels up against the wall at the moment against Dayshi because Dayshi's playing this matchup really well.
Yep. Dayshi is playing very well. Banshee could do some damage for sure because there's only 1 Spore Crawl in the natural. I mean in the main, not the natural, so it is open to attack. Dayshi, no engineer base at all this time. Straight double barracks. He did the middle of the road 1 engineering bay, then barracks, but this time not. And we are going to see 6 Hellions and a Banshee together by the looks of it. Or is the Banshee trying to go to the main? Can't tell.
I think it looks like it's going to the main. Oh, no, it's going to divert. It looked like it was going to go back there, but it's in the middle now. So at least it gets a little bit of guaranteed damage to help out the Hellions as well, but he has to be very careful about how he controls against those queens because he doesn't have cloak just yet, at least.
2 more spores being made in the mineral lines on the natural and 3rd.
So he's well defended.
Yep, doesn't want to take damage here. Does not want to take damage versus the Banshees.
Nope.
He is defended.
Can't even really cloak up and deal with that because of that Spore Crawler in the mineral line. So has to find weak spots. Tries to find this queen in the middle, maybe.
He may lose the Banshee now. Oh, it's okay.
Wow. No detection. So it's a bit... Oh, but the Overseer could have come along. You're right, if he just stuck around and lingered.
Yep. Could have died, man.
There's a lot of Marines out already for Dayshi.
Double engineering bay is now intact. They're actually coming into play. So standard, pretty standard game. Macro-oriented. No huge developments yet. Double Banshees may get a scan and creep here. It's 3 active creep tumors.
Yeah, could do that. That would be very useful.
Energy in 10 seconds, so it's a long time.
Looks like he's backing off for now.
Yeah.
It doesn't want anything to do with these queens as well as the Overseer. Holding that down, holding down the fort.
Well, we may go back in now with the Hellions.
Well, he has a lot of power behind
2 active ones killed off.
He's bringing the Marines forward as well. Oop, doesn't want to lose Banshee. Very close. Marines are coming down to actually help against this. So loses 1 Banshee for that, for the cost of a queen. Not even. The transfuse keeps it alive. Will die off in the end, but a lot of Lings here trying to push this away in the middle. And
yeah, Nerchio is refusing to build Banelings because he's so close to the Spire. He wants as many Mulists as he can. But in that meantime, now he morphs 3.
Uh-oh. He might lose a lot here.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to build them. And now he's getting punished because he isn't building them.
Well, Dayshi really jumping on this. Killing off a lot of workers already. 8 have gone down, 11 as well. And more reinforcing Marines were, well, they're going to get cleaned up, but...
He wanted to build as many Mutalists as he could there and really hope that Dayshi didn't push it in, but he did. And Dayshi got a big win there.
But Dayshi ultimately didn't know too much about that.
No, he didn't see them, so he's just like, all right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
And keep going. Oh, no.
Oof.
Well, that could have been worse. That was only 3. That's a little bit unfortunate there for Nerchio. And he's still without a 4th base. This is actually a little bit bad. He needs to get that 4th base in, because think of it with Golden on Overgrowth. Golden had a 4th base before Dayshi even took a 3rd. Now Daishi's working well on a 3rd, and Nerchio doesn't even have a 4th up.
At least his Overlord spread down to the bottom is good. Oh, but it just misses. Just barely misses. So he's going to take the 4th and get it instantly cancelled if he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go into the main.
He's going to go to the main, yeah.
Okay, then. Well, could have got a cancel on the 4th. That'd be nice.
Spot it.
Hasn't reacted yet.
Push in the middle
okay,
for creep again. Is it going to happen while this goes on?
It's always a nice little option here. Try and do some harassment in the main. Gets a queen. Gets
Actually,
on
just
out.
walking up to the 4th.
Ooh.
Okay. I was going to say.
Okay. Placing Widowmine down in a position that
massive scan.
Transition.
That's 5-6 creep tumors there.
Nice.
Beautiful.
A little bit scared of that Widowmine because it does have so much potential to kill transferring drones.
And now there's 2 mines on the 4th.
No, never mind.
1, 2. Oh, man. This is not going very well for Nerchio, this one.
Dayshi plays this
little
game,
losses.
like plays this matchup so nicely.
Yeah, just small little moves. Small moves.
Yeah.
And now he's going to push quite heavily at this 4th. There's 2 Widowmines still there.
He needs an Overseer to come along with this.
I don't even know where the Overseer is in this game. It's coming slowly, but now it's going to get picked off.
Oh.
So the Widowmine's still active here.
And his supply blocks.
And he cannot lose his 4th. This 4th hatchery is, as always, the most important part.
And there's not many Banelings. There's only like 4 Banelings in this army. And that's only 4 Banelings on this entire map. Where are the other 8? They're morphing in. They're down on the low ground. He sees it with a Marine.
Can't lose this hatchery.
Morphing in a few more Banelings here. There is a Widowmine behind all of this that is active technically, but the splits are good. But in the end, they do clean up the rest of the Marines, and now the Mutalisk should be okay down to the south.
Well, some more Marines do come in. Should be okay, though. Nice clear up there.
Phew.
Widowmine's still around, though. No Overseer.
That Widowmine didn't actually detonate just yet. Needs to be very, very careful with these Mutalisks. They're all clumped up in this area.
Just 2, though, that time.
Okay.
4th base kind of working for Nerchio, but there's a 4th on the way for Dayshi. He's going to take his own 4th soon. He's rebuilt up again.
And those Mutalisks can't push through the middle like that. There's just too many Marines for them to deal with.
And the creep spread's, you know, a little bit lackluster on this south side, which is the most important side. The north is okay, but that's north's not important. Mutalisk looking to come around to do some damage while he can. And he's found a weakness.
Yeah, some of these add-ons, not having missile turret coverage, allows him to get a bit of a pick-off, but only 1, as the reinforcement's a bit too strong there.
Yeah, 2 turrets going to be built there, but 3-3 should start in a second for Dayshi, and he should push out again here.
Ooh. Well,
God.
Losing quite a few Lings to Widowmines alone, and now look at it. I mean, Daishi's almost at 200. He's almost at 200. This is going to get way out of hand again. He's got 53 Marines. His army is looking phenomenal.
Yeah, and he's going to take a 4th as well. And he's sent Marines with the command center to clear it up because he's expecting it to be gooped up.
Blockaroonied.
Blockaroonied by Creeparoony. And here comes a big push. There are not many units for Nerchio. It's a little bit low in supply.
It's 32 Banelings, but where are they all? I mean, there's a few with this army. Okay, I think they're all with this army now, but they're very split up. And he needs to take a good engagement here because it's 2-2 on this.
Okay, only 1 Baneling, but could have been worse.
Okay, it's 2-2 on the Zerg as well. But 3-3 is on the way. And where does Nerchio find room to make a hive whilst all of this pressure is hitting?
He simply doesn't.
Yeah, so as the timer goes down on 3-3, whilst Nerchio is very far down in terms of supply, he just has no room.
Yeah, he's going to try Swarmos again, but
okay.
He might die before he uses them.
This army is choked up.
That's a good split. I mean, he's coming from 2 sides here. This could be a good fight for Nerchio.
Could
if
be.
If he takes this from multiple sides.
He's going to try. Baneley's coming in from the north.
He's off creep, though, remember.
Yeah. I don't know if those Baneleys can even get on top of the majority of this army. They're trying to filter on through. There's a lot of Marines still doing damage to Mutalisk on the left-hand side. And in the end, he does push it away, but there's still too many Marines.
Yeah, and he's going to get cleared up here, unfortunately, I think. There's always Overseers. There's a lot left over here for Dayshi. He's got a lot more building back at home with 4 command centers, a 5th one on the way as well. And this 4th has been breached. That was a fight off creep. It was a decent idea with the surround, but...
And he had to evacuate the 4th, and now it is gone. No opportunity for Nerchio to retain this location, and now he's in desperation, having to take the base up to the north.
Yeah, this is almost over for Nerchio, and he's going to lose for the first time ever in a decider.
No.
And Daishi's going to get that revenge from the time that he got knocked out in the decider match versus Nerchio in Season 1, 2013. But it's not over yet for sure. Dayshi, not guaranteed the win, but it is very certain.
Yes.
He's not guaranteed it.
Go on.
He's certain, but he's not 100% certain.
There you go. Well, drops 2 scans now, sees the Swarmos as well to push on through. And there's a few Banelings morphing in here and there, but the Marines as well just going to chew through those Mutalisks. And as those Banelings crash into just feeble, small little units, I don't think it's... He'll clean up a little bit, but there's so many more reinforcements.
Yeah, just outpowering Nerchio in this series. Dayshi very good at this matchup. He sees the Swarmos again, and you can't really fight in small numbers here, so he's going to have to maybe... I'd lift up everything, go to the main base. Man.
Yeah.
Why not, man?
There you go.
Why not? Just might as well.
Pick up the extra Thor. He's like, hey, me too.
See what you can do. You actually walk into Mutalist, but you should be able to take him down.
Yeah.
And then you just rebuild, do it again. Go wait for 200 supply, then go crashing on those Swarmos. I would finish it in style. Drop on top of the Swarm host and scan
just
and kill
across them.
Yeah, that's how I would finish it, if you can get to that point.
That'd be pretty nice. But he can get any all drones here. He can kill off this hatch ray. There you go. GG. Dayshi is able to advance on in 14th place for our round of 16 here. But 2nd place in Group G, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, very well done here by Dayshi. He started the day well, obviously ran into Golden, put up a really, really good fight, but then was able to bounce back and take down Nerchio 2 games in a row, 2-0 twice as well. So excellent performance here from Dayshi on his trademark matchup, which I'm sure he was very thankful for having 2 Zergs in his group and thankful for avoiding Crass maybe. But he makes his way through in 2nd with Golden. A cool day of StarCraft as we can now summarize it up for you.
Yeah, a lot of TvZ today. No mirror matchups considering what we had in the group was a possibility, but Golden in 1st and Dayshi in 2nd. Could have been a different way though. I think Dayshi could have taken from 1st, but you know, in the end, Golden thoroughly deserves it after that last game.
Beautiful play by Golden. Awesome stuff from Dayshi as well. Those are our 2 players that go through a Terran and a Zerg. And that means it's our last day now rising. It's coming close, man. Just Tuesday next week. And then we're finished for the round of 32. This is, of course, our 2nd to last day.
Yeah, so make sure to tune in on Tuesday at 6 p.m. for the final group of the round of 32.
It's a really good group as well. It's a really, really good group. I got to bring it up, but it was such... I looked at it early and I was like, okay, this is sick. MC, Grubby, Happy, and Serral.
Serral.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a really awesome group. Of course, the Boss Toss comes to play with us, going up against Grubby, Happy, and Serral. A great mix of players, a great mix of races. It's going to be a good way to end the round 32 for sure.
All right, so tune in on Tuesday, same time, same place here. And that's going to be bye for us here at ESL.